Doug. You're up. Or Matt, or whatever name you're going by. Okay, go ahead, Doug.
He's got to unmute.
Unmute.
Doug, you have to unmute.
Doug, unmute. We muted everybody because we had some background
as long as you don't
sounds.
call them late for supper.
Oh, what? Let me mention something before Doug really gets started. A couple of weeks ago, and I don't want to pinpoint when.
Did we lose you?
Yeah,
We
muted.
lost
somehow.
you, Eddie.
Eddie's muted.
Yeah.
Captain, you're
We
muted.
had somebody make a nasty comment. It's on the tape. But I'm going to tell you this. If we see you make that kind of comment, we're going to block you out. This is a club, and the rule is we have to be kind. And I respect everybody's work out there because every single piece is done by a member, and it's beautiful, and it's what in your heart you thought you should do. So we have a no but guarantee. We won't say but. Now, pardon me, Doug, I'm back to you again.
Okay, no problem. In fact, I'm a little surprised it took you that long to make that announcement, but that's okay. A couple of weeks ago, I shared with you all the string pull, very simple. This week, I'm going to share with you the water droplet. Can you see that okay?
Tip it up a little bit more. We're seeing the reflection. There you go, right there.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. Again, it's a very simple technique, but when you pull it off, it really comes off really neat. People just wonder in amazement how in the world you do that. So let me get to it here.
All right, we're gonna get Brenda to pay attention because she did the flowers right off the bat.
There you go. The wood is multi-purposed. We flip it
It
over.
didn't turn out like his though. Mine was pretty.
Keep going at it, Brenda. It'll come out. It'll come out. Just remember, pull that string straight. That's the whole key right there. I've the same piece of plywood. I sanded it, put a little bit of sanding sealer on it, and just put a base coat of a medium blue color. For this water droplet technique, you need two shades of the same color. I'm going to use blue. You could do black and gray. You could do brown and tan. You could do red and pink. But then you need a third color of paint. That's white. But I'm going to use blue. This is kind of a medium blue. I've got a little bit darker blue here. This particular one is a Krylon satin Oxford blue. This is what they call this one that I'm going to put on second. And then just a white. I don't know what my base blue is. I think I finished that can and threw it away. Anyway, and some water. So this has just been painted. It's dry. So it's very simple. The next trick is water. I've got a spray bottle here. I've seen people have a cup of water and just take it out with their fingers and just spritz it on there. But what you want to do is develop water drops on your paint. Having various sizes is good. It's, every once in a while you can kind of concentrate and get some big ones. But you want water over the whole thing. Now the fun part. I'm going to take, let's go with the white first. And this base coat was just sprayed on like you normally would, but when you do these other two colors, you need to go at a very low angle. So you're coming across, and you're going to do this all from one side. We're going to stop there with the white. Step number 2, you turn 180 degrees. But be careful with your water. If you've got big droplets on there, you don't want it running down your paint. Not at this point. Then I'm going to take my second color of blue. This is a little bit darker than my base blue. And again, at a very low angle, I'm going to spray across. And I'm just trying to shade. I'm causing shadows on the opposite side of those water drops. And I think I like it just about like that. Now here's the other trick to this whole thing. At this point, walk away. This needs several hours now. That water underneath that paint is going to dry. The paint is going to sit where it is, and I've got white coming in from one direction, the darker blue coming in from another direction. So it's a light and shadow effect that's on there. And as it dries, that water is going to drop down, and you're going to end up with the effect of the water drops on there. Once this is dried, you can come back with lacquer, polyurethane, shellac, whatever you like. First coat or two, I'd be real light with it just to make sure you're not smearing your paint or anything. But you can finish this. This piece here, this was my proof of concept piece. And I think I've got 6, 7, 8 coats of lacquer on here. The bowl
Doug?
that I showed you.
Doug, can you zoom
Yes,
in
sir.
on that or get it closer to the screen? It's kind of, there you go. Thank you.
Wow.
See, I'm working off my phone, so no, I can't zoom.
Okay. That'll
That's
work.
awesome.
But that shows you better.
That is cool.
Tip it down a little.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
That is great.
It really is a neat effect. I showed you my bowl that I did 2 weeks ago that had a nice wide rim on it. Now I did the whole top, then I cut the bowl out of it. So, I didn't have to worry about keeping it out of the bowl. But this can be done on platters. I was told you can do this on a vase. You turn a 6, 7, 8 inch vase and do it on the side of that vase. You just have to kind of do one section of it at a time. You would do your 3 colors, let it dry, turn it, do your 3 colors, let it dry, turn it. Probably have to do 4, 5, maybe even 6 sessions of that, which means it's going to be a long process. But like most folks have said all along, to get a good finish on anything, it just takes time. There is no great finish that's instant. So it just takes time. So at this point, I would just simply walk away from this, come back tomorrow. Hopefully, everything should have dried. I've never had it not dry in 6 hours. So I would come back in 6 hours plus, probably would come back the next afternoon or evening. Do any more turning that I needed to do, but then start doing the finishing process on top of this. And like we've said, this is what we come up with. So that's that. That's the water drop effect. And as I said, any 2 dark colors, you want them in the same family, 2 blues. You might do like a slate gray and a black. I think Blair showed us his a couple of weeks ago as well, that had, I think his was slate gray was the base color, and they used black as the shadow color. And it came out really nice. If I had done his, I would have used just a little bit more water, but he got the effect that he was looking for, and that's great. So it's all the effect that you want. Any questions?
Is it flat when you're finished? Like, is it bumpy?
There is a texture to it. It's not totally flat, but it's not nearly as lumpy as what it is when it's wet. All that sinks down, but yet it still gives you the effect of being 3D.
Thank you.
Anything else?
So the water seeps through into the wood, or what? Doug?
No, it just evaporates.
Evaporates. Okay.
Can you hold up that piece you did already? Is there indentations there? Are there little bumps? Is the 3D? Oh,
It's
then
a
I got a
3D
better
effect.
view of it. I got a better view of it there, right? when
This
you
is
turn
flat
it.
right now.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, as I built up the lacquer on this, after 4 or 5 coats, I took a Scotch-Brite and knocked it back pretty severe, and then laid down 3 or 4 more coats of lacquer, knocked it back. Some of you guys are old enough, you remember the days of decoupage, where you would build up your finish on top of a paper product and sand it back. Eventually, you would be totally smooth. I could have done that with this. It's not completely smooth. I can still feel it, but it's getting close.
I know Brenda wants to do that on a Lazy Susan.
Absolutely. It'd be great on Lazy Susan.
Yeah.
That's a great presentation, man.
Then you bet people if it's plastic or not.
It'd be a
that
great
looks really
coaster.
great. I
The
like
coaster
that.
would never be dry.
Have you tried putting a contrasting color, like maybe red on that? What happens if you do?
You mean like blue and then red and white?
Yeah, exactly.
I think you could do that. I've never tried that. It would probably look pretty cool.
I like that. Thank you.
It
Hey,
might be
this is
just a
something you
little
can
bit
play
weird.
with. That's why we're here.
Absolutely. This is
Uh-huh.
not this is like the string pull. It's not a new technique. It's just something we've not talked about in wood turning world much.
What's
No,
the
I
proper
think
name of it, Doug?
I'm sorry,
What's the proper name of this technique?
water drop.
Dog's water drop, right?
It's
They do it on
it's a
car
tough
hoods.
technical term, you know.
I don't got to myself.
We're gonna call it Dougie's Do.
There you go.
They do it on car hoods and it looks really neat. I've watched a few YouTube videos where they did it. And
Yes,
when they're done with it, it looks just like the rainwater's still on the hood.
right. I could just see it on a car or motorcycle. But yeah, on wood, it does a fantastic job. And every time I've shown it to somebody, they say, well, how in the world? And I've got to go through 20 minutes of explanation. You guys have just seen it. It takes 5 minutes to do it.
Well, it's beautiful, and I'm really, I mean, that's the kind of demonstration we're looking for, things that are unique that we can help each other out with.
I'm
Any
gonna
other
try it.
questions?
I'm gonna try it on a wide rim bowl.
Yeah.
Where I mask off everything but just the rim. I think it'll look cool on that.
I think we ought to call it Doug's Water Fantasies.
Well, I can't, don't give me too much credit because it's not new for me. I've copied the idea. I got it off YouTube.
You mentioned the fact that you do it on a wide rim bowl. Wouldn't it be easier to just do the whole, wouldn't it be easier to just do the whole bowl first and then go ahead and cut your bowl after you had the rim done?
Absolutely. That's how I do it.
Okay.
I turn the back side of the bowl, turn it around. So I'm working on my front. I get it cut off smooth. Usually I do just a little bit of a drop off on that rim.
You take a leave. He said he told you all this.
Oh, somebody mute themselves.
Take a leave, that's what I'm taking.
You've been taking Tylenol.
Hold on. I'm trying to go find them. If you,
I think they said Tylenol.
He told you to take a leave. He says he told you to take a.
I muted everybody. Doug, can you unmute yourself and go again? If you have a conversation or TV going on in the background, you have to mute yourself, folks. Otherwise, everybody gets to share in it. I see Matt Hannaby signed on tonight. I believe we're going to get Matt to do the gallery for us tonight if we can. Go ahead, Doug.
I was just going to say that when I did the one that I showed you 2 weeks ago, I had the bowl, the back side of it done, reversed, cut my tops so that I had just a little bit of a roll off. It was dropping off the sides. And I took it, chuck and all, off of the lathe, set it right here, did my spraying. Once all of that was dry, and I think I put 2 coats of lacquer on the top just to protect that paint. I put it back on and cut the bowl out of it. And it makes it a real simple process when you do it that way. If you try to cut the bowl first and mask it off, I think you're asking for having to redo your edges and whatnot.
You're going to have some seep. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how you can help it.
Well, I tell you, when you first showed your bowl with the rim on it, you got me. I was locked in. I had to find out how to do this.
Sure. And in fact, that bowl, Eddie, I put that on Facebook and it was sold the next day. It's in Oklahoma at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody saw it, said, I want it. And it's gone.
Well, thank you, Doug. Really appreciate the demo tonight. And another member teaching members. And this is what it's all about, folks.